He stood at the gate with a kitchen knife saying he's going to stab police.
Crime is on the rise.
Armed with an axe and a machete.
Trying to break into 2 separate houses.
But cometh the hour.
More units, more units.
Cometh the interceptors.
Get on the floor! Out and running, out and running.
We're riding with West Yorkshire's elite. Alongside their pursuit drivers.
Contact, stand by.
On target with their firearms unit.
Where's your horse? Where's the sailor?
In the air with their eye in the sky.
Off and running, off and running.
This is the front line in the fight against crime.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
This is Police Interceptors.
I cannot believe we get paid to do this.
Yeah.
Vehicle failed to stop.
Coming up.
He's off-road, heading towards a healthy living pharmacy.
A high-speed pursuit with a high-tech tracker.
Tracker alert.
Hands-on with a drink driver.
Can you take your hand off me?
It's time to leave custody.
Can you take your hand off me?
And a wanted man uses his head.
Oi, settle!
Alright, stop it.
Nicking bad guys is sometimes as simple as pulling alongside one in traffic.
Pull up, down there somewhere.
Others require a bit more manpower. Luckily, interceptors have the numbers. And they have the tools.
When it comes to things such as pursuits, we'll very much work as a team. We try and get the helicopter there, we'll try and get dog units there, stinger units, units to box the vehicle in. It is very much about teamwork. We can't do this job alone.
It's nearly 11 p.m. and reports are coming in of a fail to stop, which calls for a concerted team effort.
It's a lost for me at this time. Got away.
A runaway Shogun 4x4 has shaken off pursuing cops.
I know where they are. It's near my house.
And coming off the bench, Chris Booker. Bookie's a committed team player, and he's not the only interceptor getting a run out on the Leeds pitch tonight. High over the city, with its own eye on goal, the National Police Air Service chopper.
We are overhead and recording. It's Rawdon Road at Leeds.
Team Interceptor has basically brought on Lionel Messi.
Yeah, he's still Lenton Avenue, heading into the centre of Rawdon.
Right. Take a gamble. We'll go this way.
Yeah.
With police dog Diesel in the boot, Chris will be invaluable if the driver decamps, which looks increasingly likely.
Yeah, it's into Lenton Crescent, that's Lima Alpha Yankee Crescent. And it's a stop at the moment, nobody out of the vehicle.
Sit tight, son, they're closing in.
Car with the blues, just coming down towards aircraft now, keep coming.
A marked car is just around the corner.
5B, that's me, direct in, please.
Too late, he's on the move.
Slow down, you want your next right at the lip bollards, next right there please.
The trap's set.
And it's going to come out in front of you on the left now, on the left.
But he's beaten it.
5B behind me, single male, white driver, he's on his road as well. I'm behind it now, 40 miles per hour.
The net's tightening and the chopper is in charge.
It's carry on down.
Come down, back out on the main road.
Right, he's coming onto this road now. So we need to know whether he's going back towards Horsforth or...
Approaching junction with the Leeds Road, stand by. And it's right, Leeds Road. Right, Leeds Road, towards Eden.
Right behind it.
5B, is that still towards JCT roundabout? I'm thinking of a Stinger Star.
Yes. It's straight on towards the roundabout now.
One option is to throw a bed of spikes called a stinger under his tyres.
Approaching JCT roundabout now, stand by.
But to sting the car, they must anticipate its route.
It's not one, not two.
It's coming back a bit.
Not three.
And this guy's tough to predict.
Well, it's gone all the way around. Effectively, it's taking the first again. So it is now heading down Moorcroft, Applebury Lane.
We've got a Stinger site set up outside the train station, Applebury Lane.
Well, he's going to get Stinger. That's Spenner's, is that? It's got Stinger at the train station. It's about 400 yards ahead.
The Shogun's headed straight for Spenner and his Stinger team.
Traffic looks relatively light, although the roads are quite bendy, so I would put risk at medium.
50 en route, keep it coming, we're on the Appley Bridge.
300 yards to Spenner. 200. The Stinger is just around this bend, but he's lost control.
He's lost it, he's at crash.
And it's going to come out in front of you on the left now, on the left.
Interceptors are pursuing a 4x4 whose drivers failed to stop for blue lights.
White driver, he's on his phone as well. I'm behind it now, 40 miles per hour.
The car's approaching a Stinger team that's waiting to take out its tyres.
It's got Stinger at the train station. It's about 400 yards ahead.
But the driver's lost control.
He's lost it, he's at crash.
Game over. Following a dangerous overtaking move at 70 miles an hour, the driver overcooks it on a tight bend, clips a wall, and spins 180 degrees. Cop cars are on the scene in seconds. A pack of interceptors swoop, and the dangerous driver is well and truly nicked. Chris arrives to find the guy in cuffs.
Vehicle stop, one detained, man outstanding.
And incredibly uninjured.
He lost it on the little bend that's just up from Appleby Bridge Station, collided with the offside wall.
The suspect is kicking off, so Chris introduces someone else who doesn't come quietly. Police dog, Diesel. Amid the noise and chaos, cops read him his rights and try to establish why he made off. But that's easier said than done.
Sirens, that. Sirens. Yeah.
Until the suspect calms down and the noise subsides.
Just to clarify, mate, I know it was noisy, but you're under arrest for smoking out the stop, dangerous driving, and soliciting vehicles, careless mate.
It turns out the Shogun is legit. But the driver has plenty more to answer for.
So I was sitting there for me, keep eyes on him.
Good boy.
With no one left to terrify,
Good lad.
it's back in the cage for Diesel.
Good boy.
When drivers fail to stop, they're usually in a stolen car or have something to hide.
What's he said? Is it his own car or something?
No, honestly, he says that he's got no reason that he hasn't stopped.
But this guy's reason for running is a mystery.
Because this car's in a bit of a mess. I don't think that'll be driving again.
Neither will the driver, at least not for a long time.
You couldn't catch me until I stopped and dead end. Your helicopter was out. I had to get him back on and drive.
All right, yeah.
I can't drive it.
You're in the wrong job. You should be a stunt guy.
You mean a stunt guy, mate?
Stunt guy showing no remorse, and he even has a message for our camera woman.
I'm telling you, I'm not going to threaten you out, but I'm just telling you, I remember your face.
Stunt guy was found guilty of dangerous driving and driving without insurance. He was sentenced to 12 months in a young offenders institution, suspended for 2 years, plus 200 hours unpaid community work. He also lost his licence for 18 months and was ordered to pay a total of £440. 1-0 to Team Interceptor.
Right, Diesel, on to the next one. Good boy. See you later, thank you. Cheers.
Gun crime in West Yorkshire is at its highest for 10 years.
Drop to your knees! Straight down!
From gangland shotguns...
Where's the weapon?
I don't have a weapon.
Where are the weapons?
...to replicas indistinguishable from the real thing.
You can't get much more realistic than something like that.
Cops face an uphill battle to get guns off the street.
Down, down, down! Put your hands down, lay on the floor!
In a recent 4-year period, West Yorkshire dealt with more than 300 shootings.
Oh, police! Show yourselves now!
And they take every report of a gun extremely seriously.
A couple of calls saying that a male is in possession of a handgun. There are people congregating.
It's the back end of a night shift, and Duncan Matthews has just got news of a man threatening staff outside a pub with a pistol.
We're not far off in order to attend.
It's the firearms sergeant.
As a trained dog handler with a loaded German Shepherd in the boot, Dunk's ideal backup for the firearms team.
X-ray Delta 6A, show me make them away.
And he buries the throttle en route to the pub, which sits in a busy area for nightlife.
It's early hours of Saturday morning now, it's 3:45. Still going to be a lot of people in and around that area. You know, there's somebody walking around with what's potentially a genuine firearm. It's horrendous. You've got to think as well, why have they got it? What have they brought it? What have they brought it on a night out for?
The incident took place at a venue not known for trouble.
They're a few hundred yards away from it, round the corner.
And Dunk arrives to find multiple armed response vehicles already on scene. A man on the floor, and what looks like a gun nearby.
What have you seen? What's happened?
He's been put on the door by the door staff.
Yeah.
They said that he had a pistol underneath. As he's been held, turned it to one side, stepped on it,
right,
and then called 999.
Right, okay.
It transpires that the man on the tarmac is the suspect. Staff wrestled him to the ground, while the witness who Dunk has run into secured the gun.
So have you picked it up? You've actually handled it. What's it felt like to you? Has it felt like it's plastic?
It's a BB.
Right,
110%.
okay. Oh no, that's fine. That's what we just need to make sure from you.
The have-a-go hero thinks the weapon was a ball-bearing gun, but he wasn't to know that at the time.
This lad's assisted in disabling him, and if we can just get somebody to get him a debriefing, whatever, just get some details from him. He's taken the weapon off him.
As firearms units inspect the weapon to confirm it's a ball-bearing gun, a growing crowd of rubberneckers is becoming an issue.
Do you guys just do us a favour and just move back up the street for us?
I'm going
right. If you do, can you just go around that way for us, please, mate? Just go around that way.
No, sorry.
The cops need to secure the area and get the suspect removed, but revellers are pushing ever closer.
Hey, could you go across that side of the street for us? Around that way, you're not coming through here. No, that way.
While Dunk runs crowd control...
Are you parking up there? Oh no, I just need you to move on, rather than being nosy.
Firearms have the suspect off the floor.
You just get the back of the van open for us and we'll bring him across to you.
He's led away, ranting all the way to the van. Once inside, he carries on shouting and ups the volume with his head.
Wait, settle!
Alright, stop it! Don't hit your head!
If he carries on, they'll be forced to put him in restraints for his own good.
As in, he hasn't got a gun or a knife or anything unlike him. Nothing on
Right. He stopped head-butting the van and started with his feet.
Give you some now, mate.
They're dealing with an extremely aggressive character. But finally, he sits down, gets locked up, and is on his way to the nick, where he could be some time.
He's coming to town with an imitation firearm and threatened people with it, whatever his intentions were. You know, it's not the place to be having that.
It's not a safe situation. You threaten us off with a weapon. Doesn't matter if it's a BB gun or not.
It turned out the gun was a loaded gas-powered ball-bearing weapon. The man who pulled it on Dorstaff was charged with possession of an imitation firearm and summoned to Crown Court. He failed to attend his court date and is now a wanted man.
Outstanding stolen cash car requesting TPAC authority and other units, please.
Car thieves are meat and drink to the interceptors.
Stop him! You're under arrest on suspicion of theft of vehicle.
Some call for skilled driving in a fast car.
Speed 100 miles an hour, no other traffic, it is safe to continue at this time.
For others, it's a case of softly, softly, catchy monkey.
It's just like a big giant game of cat and mouse, isn't it?
Of course it is.
And we're the big cats.
It's mid-afternoon, and a high-tech game of Hunt the Volkswagen has just kicked off.
Been a car stolen this afternoon, and the owners, quite rightly, have put a tracking device on it.
Car tracking devices are becoming more common. Fitting one can lower insurance premiums and help cops get your pride and joy back.
We've got aerials that can speak to the tracking device, and then on the sun visor we've got the actual head-up device. So once we get into the area, the tracker should talk to us.
Manning the sun visor of stealth, Ben Barraclough. Baby Ben was once brained by a brick when he opened a suspect's loft. A painful lesson in treading carefully. He's also on a learning curve today.
There's your volume stack there. You see it?
It's his first time with a tracker.
We should have a ping by now.
And Baby is thrilled with his new toy.
Tracker.
Is it? There you go.
Tracker alert. The tracking company, because they know that we're in the area, they will boost the signal for a period of time. As soon as they boosted the signal, as you can see on our tracking device now, it tells us which direction the tracker's coming in.
It's kids' toys now, is this? Proper cat and mouse.
It's right.
Benny Boy's the more experienced Ben in this double act. He's dabbled in the world of trackers before.
It's quite close, is that? I'd say 3/4 is going to be within next 250, 300 metres.
The closer they get, the higher the pitch of the tracker.
The last thing we really want to do is start pursuing a vehicle stolen around this area.
This is a busy family estate, and it's school kicking out time. The hope is that the stolen Golf is stationary.
It could be parked outside someone's house. I mean, it wouldn't look too much out of place around here.
They're right on top of it. Bingo.
Tracker alert.
Welcome to the future.
X-ray Romeo 30, vehicle further stop, going to interrupts.
The Golf's far from stationary.
X-ray Romeo 30, vehicle further stop, going on to Riva Road.
When a driver's prepared to go off-road like this, it's less about new tech and more about old-fashioned pursuit driving.
T-back trained, left to bolt beat lane.
And Ben's a master.
Left, left, left onto Farfield Avenue. Speed is 70 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour. T-pack units, please, and M-pass.
As Control scrambles the cavalry, the runaway Golf shows no signs of slowing.
Taking a left, left, left onto Reevit Avenue. Reevit Avenue.
But Ben's on it like a bumper sticker.
Approaching roundabout. Stand by, stand by.
They're close enough for a good look at the driver.
White male, orange jacket, beard, 25 years old.
Driver's a white male, orange jacket.
And it looks like the man in the orange jacket will do anything to get away.
He's off-road. X-ray Romeo 30, vehicle fell at the stop.
Interceptors are on the tail of a stolen car.
Left, left, left onto Farfield Avenue. Speed is 70 miles an hour.
Its driver's trying every trick to shake them off.
He's off-road, heading towards a healthy living pharmacy.
Two can play at that game. Pedestrian safety is a priority for Ben, and he negotiates public spaces far more slowly than the runaway.
Towards a crescent. Back on the road, Riding's Way. Stand by, stand by. Taking a left, left, left onto Lashington Green.
We've got view, we've got view.
With no such regard for public safety, the Golf is pulling away.
Which way, which way?
They're struggling to spot it in the distance.
Yes, yes, it's left, left, left onto Buttershaw Drive. The speed is 60 miles an hour. And he's on River West, taking a right, right, right onto River West.
On roads this busy...
What are you doing? Get out of my way!
Ben's forced to rein in his driving.
Get out of the way, what are you doing?
And the result is inevitable.
Temporary loss at this time. Cloverdale, Cloverdale.
They've lost him.
Cheeky bugger.
But the Bens have an ace up their sleeve.
Tracker alert.
Thank you.
It's still on tracker.
The Golf's anti-theft tracker is still transmitting.
Tracker alert.
It looks like it's heading towards probably the Stone Chair area.
899 as quickly as we can.
If it's nearby, the tracker will lead them straight to it.
The tracker's gone, hasn't it?
Tracker's gone.
Just tell them tracker's gone now.
3-0, tracker's disappeared now.
In the game of cat and mouse, it's 1-0 to the mouse.
We've just been there and it comes back down here.
Bernard.
But mousing's a game of two halves.
Tracker alert.
3-0, got another tracker activation.
And Ben are in on goal.
Getting stronger. Round here. Come on, where are you? Is that it here?
Back of the net.
3-0. Found it parked up.
I'm happy with that.
The suspect's made himself scarce, but he's left behind a little present.
Left his phone up front driver's seat.
What a douche.
The driver's days may be numbered.
What's he done?
That car's stolen.
A local spotted him ditching his clothes.
Where was it?
The hat was down there.
Yeah.
And the coat was screwed up in the wall there.
Lovely. Thank you very much, my love.
All in all, it's the not-so-great escape.
He's also left his phone in the car, which probably isn't the brightest thing that he's done this week. Along with being in a stolen car. Along with leaving his jacket that will probably have DNA in it. Along with a hat that might have DNA in it. It's not been a great day for him, I don't think.
But it is a milestone for the baby of the Bens.
I liken working in traffic to like working in McDonald's. You get like little star badges when you tick off little boxes. So this is my first tracker. So I'll get a little tracker badge now. So I can add a tracker badge to me, next to my taser. I've popped my tracker cherry this afternoon.
The driver who went off-road in a stolen car is a wanted man. Given the trail of breadcrumbs he left for forensics, it's just a matter of time before he's nicked. The Golf was recovered and returned to its rightful owner, who had no idea they even had a tracker fitted. And the cherry on the cake, a shiny new tracker badge for baby Ben.
Proud, aren't you, lad? I'm proud, am I? Yeah. Buzzing.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
There's one phrase interceptors deliver with depressing regularity.
I'm arresting you on suspicion of driving whilst over the prescribed limit.
You're under arrest on suspicion of driving whilst over the prescribed limit.
You're now under arrest on suspicion of driving a motor vehicle while over the prescribed limit.
Deaths from drink driving are at the highest level in almost a decade.
There's not hanging about, is there?
And interceptors are always on the lookout for drivers who put lives at risk.
Come on, pull it over.
And after this Fiat cut a corner and narrowly missed an oncoming car, Gavin may have found one.
How we doing?
Hi, mate.
Your car?
You what?
Your car?
It is, yeah.
Right, before you walk away, give us keys. Are you all right, Cocker? You been drinking something?
No, I'm all right. I'm cool.
Sure?
Yeah.
You're just acting a bit strange. Just go and take a seat in back of the car, if you would do, bud.
Gav's an ex-army martial arts freestyle fighter. He's basically a lethal weapon with a nose for trouble.
He's acting a bit strange here, mate.
I'm fine.
You're fine, are you?
But your driving is anything but.
You trimmed that corner when you come. You nearly cut nose off a car in front of us. And then you put your boot down. Not been drinking anything today, have you?
No, mate.
No.
He says he's sober, but talk is cheap.
Because at manner you're driving, I'm going to be asking for a breath test, a breath sample from you. All right.
I live around corner. Yeah, you know what I mean?
You might live around corner, but I'm still going to ask you for a breath test. If you refuse to give one, you'll be arrested.
Surprisingly, the live round corner defence falls on deaf ears.
Right, have you given a breath test before?
I have, yeah.
You have. All right. So you know how to, you know what crack is. You know how to do it. Right. If you'd like to blow, please.
Given that he's done this test before,
You're not blowing. You're not blowing at all.
it's a surprise that he's struggling to blow into the tube.
No, you're not blowing. You're still not blowing. Look, my machine will tell me when you're blowing and when you're not.
Slow blower is trying Gav's patience.
I'm going to give you one last opportunity. Okay, if you don't do it, you're going to be arrested straight up. And blow, please. And blow, please.
What happens if I don't blow?
You'll get locked up and you're going to get done for failing to provide a sample of breath.
And then what would happen?
You'll get banned. So it's entirely your choice. So either we stop mucking about, all right? If you've had a drink, just roll the dice into it, whether you're going to be over or under.
Rolling the dice.
How is it? I don't know how much you've had. You haven't even told us you've had something, all right? It's your choice.
Gav suspects he's stalling.
Are you going to give me a sample of breath?
But finally, he rolls the dice.
Take a deep breath, see your lips and blow. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep... Then time, thank you.
OK, deep breath and...
Right, so at this minute in time, you're under arrest on suspicion of driving a motor vehicle whilst over the prescribed limit. You provided a reading of 50 at the roadside, OK, legal limit is 35.
He'll only be charged if he fails an evidential breath test at the nick. And as alcohol gradually leaves the system, time is of the essence.
Am I allowed to get me send my food?
Not at the minute, no. You're not allowed. You're not going to be allowed to have anything to eat or drink until we've got the evidential sample. All right.
And the driver's in no hurry.
You don't have to arrest me, do you?
I have to arrest you. You are under. You're already under arrest.
I'm in the car.
These cuffs go on. You're getting exactly the same as everybody else.
Time's marching on.
Can you please take my car home? Can you put it outside my house?
It's parked up at the roadside, so it's fine.
It's literally just outside there. Can you put it outside my house?
Right.
This guy's made more delays than Northern Rail, and Gav thinks he knows why.
Sounds like it's been done previously for it.
The suspect's been caught drink driving before.
Let's see what he blows at custody.
Gav will ensure he takes an evidential test within the hour.
With this seatbelt, you're not supposed to put it on me properly.
You're handcuffed, it is on you properly.
And if you end up crashing, I'm not going to be able to protect myself.
I'm not going to be getting into a debate with you.
I'm asking you, can you take the cuff off one side, then I put my hand through like a normal person, and then you can put the cuff back on?
No, you're staying like that, Peter.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Cheers. I'm glad my safety's out.
Is that the sound of hypocrisy?
I'm sure you're thinking that when you got behind wheel.
Well said, that, Gav.
I think you're safer in here than you are in your own car, buddy, if I'm honest.
All right, yeah.
For a guy who drinks and drives, he's an expert on road safety. And Ray's driving doesn't meet his high standards.
But when he's cutting corners and not indicating, why is that not
He doesn't need to indicate.
Well, you need to indicate.
There's nobody else on the road.
Junction. Still, you're not supposed to indicate at a junction.
No. You need to go back and read highway code.
I understand what you're saying, but everywhere I go, I always indicate. And that's just to make pedestrians aware that I'm coming.
Yeah, but there's no pedestrians.
Driver, you aren't. You're indicating to no one.
The highway code kid keeps it up all the way to Bradford Nick.
The concept is it's all right to drive on the right-hand lane if there's no one there.
But he's failed to grasp a simple point.
Because I thought my driving were all right.
Whether your driving's good or bad, doing it whilst over the limit is illegal.
Bring all my stuff.
I've got your stuff, mate. I've got it, don't you worry.
Driver's licence.
And you've got a date with the evidential breath test machine.
OK, would you like to speak to an independent solicitor free of charge?
Cops won't let drink drivers play for time.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
You can almost hear the cogs whirring.
Do I have to give a breathalyser before the duty solicitor comes?
Doesn't delay the procedure, but I can get a solicitor.
Gav's convinced he's winding down the clock.
I'm starving, can you feed me?
Yeah, we'll get you something to eat at some point, but not right now.
Right.
OK.
But it won't work.
Okay.
I'll go for a wee.
Yeah, you are allowed to go for a wee, yes. All right.
After a drawn-out bathroom break, they finally reach the intoxilizer room,
If you just want to take a seat on the grey chair.
where Gav wastes no time in getting set up.
Yeah, keen.
You what, sorry?
You're keen.
Am I keen? No, I enjoy my job.
Yeah, I know you enjoy your job.
And there's nothing more enjoyable than outmanoeuvring someone who thinks he can beat the system.
We are going to give, your solicitor enough time to ring back. Okay, but it's not going to delay it. It's your choice as an adult whether you give a sample or not. But as I said, it's not going to delay the procedure, but waiting for your solicitor to call.
I'll wait a little bit longer for the solicitor to call.
Well, you might do that, but unfortunately, the time is ticking down and you have 2 minutes and 35 seconds to give a sample. If you don't give one, you will be charged with failing to provide and you will go to court as well, so it doesn't matter either way.
I'm going to court either way, aren't I?
Well, it's entirely your choice. Either you roll the dice and see what you blow.
Well, it's not rolling the dice.
Well, it isn't.
Speedy Gonzales seems determined to eke this out.
2 minutes, 15 seconds.
No dice.
I'm not going to give you another opportunity once this time has gone. Because you sat there defiantly on camera showing that you're not going to give a sample.
Yeah,
okay, and this will be played to the court.
And it gives you Brucey bonuses. Excellent.
Did they do well?
Take a deep breath. Keep going, 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 keep going. There we go. That's number one.
The law dictates that he takes 2 tests and the lowest score counts, which he should know given his history.
You've been through this procedure once before, Peter, so you know full well what the ins and outs of it are.
Which may explain why he's in no rush to get up.
You're not a daft person, are you? Right, if you'd like to step up again, Peter.
Despite his time wasting, it's less than an hour since he was stopped.
Goodbye,
Take
Joe.
a deep breath and blow. Keep going, 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 and fantastic. Take a seat.
No one beats the system.
So what you've blown is you've blown 41 and 41.
He rolled the dice.
I'll tell you now, West Yorkshire Police don't prosecute up to 40.
And crapped out.
You've blown 41.
Can I not blow another?
No.
You've already blown it.
It's been done twice previously, so yeah, he's not learned his lesson whatsoever.
Gav's repeat drink driver was found guilty of driving over the prescribed limit. He was ordered to pay a total of £420 and lost his licence for 3 years. By which time, he may have got over Ray's driving.
Is it all right to drive on the other side of the road when there's no cars coming? Because his colleague did it. Right.
We're not debating it in here. I've
But
told you.
I'm asking the question.
Yeah.
Just because I'm asking your side.
Would you like to get your stuff and then you can go?
Is that? Hang on. Wait, just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. I just want an answer.
Peter, it's time to leave custody.
Can you take your hand off me?
It's time to leave custody.
Can you take your hand off me?
You either calm down, otherwise you're going to be finding your own way home, because I am not going to be transporting you while you're being argumentative.
Drop
This way.
then.
This way.
Still to come.
Thank you. That tastes funny, though. It's not a lollipop.
A drug wipe for an optimistic driver.
Do you want the good news or the bad news? I know it's good news.
Poor drivers are the bane of the interceptors.
These two clowns think it's acceptable to do 110 mile an hour.
Bringing them to heel is one of the more rewarding parts of the job.
And everyone back to this.
So, before you drive like a plank, think about who's behind you. It might just be the interceptors.
Listen to what I'm saying to you. I will do the talking, you will do the listening now. Yeah. You've come and drifted straight onto my carriageway. You've actually nearly put me into concrete barrier.
It's early evening, and an unsuspecting BMW driver has just sped past an unmarked car and pulled into traffic. Adi and Sophie watch as the Beamer speeds off, smoke belching from the rear.
It's cleared it.
He's weaving between lanes, cutting up traffic, and Adi has to get his toe down to keep up. Advanced driver, advanced motorcyclist, T-Pack trained, Vipex trained. What Adi doesn't know about driving isn't worth knowing. And it's time to share some wisdom with this rush hour chancer.
Outside Sainsbury's, it looks like he's pulling up, but he's been driving like a proper idiot. I'll have a word with this gent.
Ladies first. Especially when they're also your sergeant. Come to Adi.
Jump in, fella. In back.
The driver's agitated from the get-go.
Your car.
You've got my car, I told you it's my car.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Drop attitude.
You've got the car, you pulled the car, stopped the car, it's my car, it's on my name, check my insurance details and let me go.
I will keep you here till I've conducted my checks. If that takes all night, that's fine. I'll ask you as many questions as I want. Whether you like it or not, I ain't bothered.
I'm going to come out of the car and have a big camera in my face. Why is that there? I'll ask you a normal question. You want it to be cheeky.
I'm not.
Don't worry why that's there. You want to talk big and clever, I'll talk back big and clever. It's not. Talk to me like a man, because I'm a man, I'm 21 years old.
Right.
I'll talk to you back like a man respectfully.
Let's just...
Talk to me respectfully, I'll talk to you respectfully. I'll talk to you fair, you talk to me fair.
You're the one who's shouting. You're the one who's shouting and carrying on. You were the one who was shouting and carrying on when we got in car. All right. Just calm down, fella, otherwise you're going to be finding yourself stuck in cells, aren't you?
When he gets a word in edgeways, Adi explains why he stopped him.
I followed you that road there, you hoofed it, big cloud of smoke out the back of the car, and then you've come up here, you're undertaking cars, you're bombing along, and...
I'm not denying it, I said you drove like a dickhead.
You what? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you what's called a Section 59 warning.
What does Section 59 mean, boss?
It means if you drive like that again, we'll take your car off you.
The car?
And there's another problem with the car.
The car has a really strong smell of cannabis. We suspect that the driver may be driving under the influence of a controlled drug. So at the moment I'm searching the car to see if there's anything in the vehicle, and Adi will be doing a drugs wipe test of the driver.
A search reveals little of interest, apart from an ID card that proves the driver's identity.
Man, I've got a driving licence, they've checked.
I've checked all
Clever
that, yeah.
woman.
Whoa. Just wind your neck in.
Was a clever woman in it?
No, she's found it,
Before
right?
she found the jackpot.
Yeah, no, she's not found jackpot.
No.
No.
Yo, provisional licence, this
Yeah.
I've got a full licence, man, chill out.
Just
He's full of it.
She ran over, like, yo, like she's caught the biggest criminal in the world or some shit.
No, she's got bigger criminals than you, don't worry.
You can go get your cannabis swipe like you're waiting for. I'll do the cannabis swipe, we'll come back.
That's what I'm waiting for.
And you've got this camera footage and you look like an idiot. And make sure
I mean, this chap's delightful. It's all our fault that he's been stopped. Nothing to do with his manner of driving.
I've stopped you because you are driving like an idiot.
Yeah,
you do smell of cannabis. When you move around, I can smell it.
Yeah, I think it's my jacket.
Have you had somebody in the car who uses cannabis? Or
Yeah, I did earlier.
Did you?
But he didn't smoke it in the car, though, if you know what I mean.
But it lingers on you for a long time.
Whether the lingering whiff of weed means he's under the influence will be for the drug wipe to decide.
Just wet your tongue for me and then just stick your tongue out. Thank you.
Yeah, that tastes funny, though.
It's not a lollipop.
Yeah, what the? Yeah. I didn't know it tasted like that.
That's fine.
How long will that take to do?
8 minutes.
8 minutes?
Yeah.
What do you predict?
I think it'll come back positive.
Alright, go on then. I think it's going to come back negative.
Okay. One of us is going to be wrong.
One of us going to be right, innit? One's going to be wrong, one's going to be right, shit.
Absolutely.
Do you want that to be positive for drugs so bad, innit?
Well, it'd be nice, but if it ain't, and the day it's not down to me, is it?
You said your prediction is, isn't it? So.
Yeah, my prediction is it'll come back positive. I'll stand by that prediction.
While they wait, he drops the attitude and regales Adi and Sophie with boasts that he could outrun them.
We'd have found you if you had, you know why?
Well, you wouldn't have, trust me.
No, because we'd have just followed the smoke trail. Your car is absolutely bellowing smoke out. It's like something off James Bond. It's got that much smoke coming out the back.
You wouldn't have got me.
You've not seen this guy drive.
Oh, what's his success rate?
99.99.
Very high.
Yeah,
Very high.
Everyone.
Pretty much.
Most times,
It's
yeah.
on me straight away, though. I seen it. I just seen two lights like, yo, why is he doing that? It's not me like I'm driving a stolen car. Somehow, what was he doing?
You were driving it like you'd bloody stolen it.
Now he's calmed down, everyone's getting on like firm friends.
Right, your 8 minutes are up.
But that might be about to change.
Do you want the good news or the bad news?
I know it's good news.
Well, look, that line there. If it comes up with a red line, it means it's positive.
It's on the 34.
Yeah?
What do you mean?
Cannabis and cocaine.
What, I've been taking cannabis and cocaine, it says?
Yeah, look.
Yeah, you're down for 111.
Yeah, look.
Huh?
What do you have to say to that?
No, I not took cannabis or cocaine. I didn't want to go with cocaine. I won't dare take cocaine. Come on, man.
I'm only winding you up.
There's nothing like a joke between friends over a drug wipe.
The test line there, look.
Yeah.
Is clear.
Does that mean I'm clearing it? Yeah. I told you, so who's won the bet? Who's won the bet? You might be a good driver. I won this bet, innit? I never smoke cigarettes in my car.
Just remember, like, when we stop you, there's no need to be up here. You won't win.
It was, I didn't like it.
Never win. And if you behave like that...
You've won this bet. You've won this bet between us now, alright? You're good to go, fella. But just drive properly, because you're getting the Section 59 warning that last year.
Alright, we won that bet, I promise you I'm not going to drive like it.
Alright, you take it easy, alright? Thank you.
You're blowing a lot of smoke, by the way, as well. You might want to check your oil levels. Would you like your car key?
Yeah, please.
You're probably going to need it.
The moody driver was found in possession of a bad attitude and a big mouth. But as neither are criminal offences, he went on his way with a Section 59. One more warning in the next 12 months and his car will be seized. In the meantime, Adi will just have to accept that you can't win them all.
I lost the bet. I'm gutted.
These Interceptors are back at 8 next Monday. 90 years ago, the Thames burst its banks, leaving thousands homeless. Could it happen again? The Great Flood of London investigates tomorrow at 8. Next tonight, Michael Burke, Angelica Bell and Rob Bell begin a 3-night history series telling real stories of people living through the Blitz in Britain on Fire.